Hello everyone, welcome to Don't Gasp, it's just JASP, your Learning Lab Tech tutorial. In this video, we're going to be going over some descriptive statistics, how to make tables, graphs, and how to group your variables. So, to get started, you can follow along by using the file we provided on our website and opening a JASP like we described in the previous video. As you can see, we're going to be using the same data set from our previous video. Now we're going to begin by showing you how to do some basic descriptive statistics. It's really straightforward. Go down to the Descriptives drop-down menu, click on Descriptive Statistics, and then this is going to be a drag and drop situation here. So for this one, let's go ahead and just focus on our variable exam score. So you can drag it, or if you want, you can click on it and click the little triangle and it'll move it over as well. And then you also have the option to transpose your descriptive table. You can click that on and off for how you prefer to view your data. We're going to go ahead and leave it like this, the default. As you see, it automatically provides you with valid, so those are the ones that have complete data, missing, ones that don't have data, your mean, your standard deviation, your minimum, and your maximum. If you drop down on the statistics, drop-down menu here, you can select and deselect whatever options you want. Let's say we don't care about valid or missing because we already know that all of our data are included, but you can toggle them on and off as you please. Let's say we also want to know the median and maybe the mode. So something it'll even note here is that the mode is computed assuming that variables are discrete. So remember what it means for a discrete variable. So that means they are whole numbers. So we know that from looking at our data here, exam score is discrete, so we know we can keep mode as an option there. You can click back on analysis to go back to that tab, or you can click your edit data to look back at your data if you are ever unsure. So now that we have those all selected, we can add in the range as well, variance, whatever you feel like adding, you can put it there. Standard error of the mean. Anything you need for descriptives you will find under this section. Now moving on from simple descriptives, we can also make our histogram and get a frequency distribution here. So if you go to distribution plots, it will load a histogram of your data, assuming that it is scale data. If it does not scale, it'll actually give you a bar graph instead. So here we can see that our data are normally distributed here for exam scores. And if you'd like to display density, you click this little box right here, and it'll give you a line showing you the general curve of the distribution. You can mess around with that as much as you'd like. And something to note about graphs is if you click on the triangles here, you can hit edit image, and you can edit the names. So let's say I don't like the underscore being in my name there, so I can just change it to exam score here. And then let's say I want to say frequency instead of counts. I can change it that way too. There are a lot of other options you can use around here. So go ahead and experiment with that as you'd like, and then you can go ahead and click OK when you're done. This is also a way to save an image of your graph if you need it. You can also just click the triangle or right click to save your image as well. Copy it and paste it into a Word doc if you need to. It's very straightforward there. So there are a bunch of different types of plots you can do here. You can also do box plot. Show up there. You can use the color palette as an option. Most of the time they're in grayscale, but you can add color that way. You can change the palette. Another thing you can do here is create frequency tables. To do that, frequency is going to be under tables. You can click frequency table here, and then you set your maximum distinct values to a number that's going to cover all of your variables, all of your data. So I like to set it to 100. And then you wait for it to appear. And it'll show you your frequency, your cumulative percent, your cumulative frequency. And if you need to add notes, so let's say we want to say that 60% of participants scored at or below a 76 on the exam, you would go to the triangle, hit add note at the bottom, and it lets you type here. You have all these text options for whatever you need, and then you just go ahead and type out whatever it is you need to type out. So I would say 60% of participants scored at or below a 76 on the exam. Then you just click away from it when you're done with that. So that's how you do a frequency table. And now, if you have different groups and you'd like to split it by group, all you have to do is take your nominal variable and put it into the split box right here. And it'll automatically change everything you have in your little window over here by group. It'll sort everything by group now. So as you can see here now, I have the descriptives for everyone in group A, everyone in group B, frequencies for everyone in group A and B. I have the distribution plots, the histograms for each group. I have box plots by group. All I have to do is bring your grouping variable into split. So something to note here is if you look back at our data, group tells you which group they're in. You have your own column to tell you which group the people are in. So when you're doing JASP and you need to sort things by group, you're going to want to put all of your data regardless of group into one column. So like you see we have like caffeine here or exam score here. This is everybody's data in one column. And then you have a separate column saying which group they're in. That is how you properly sort them by group in your analysis. And then make sure your grouping variable is set to nominal for it to split. You can have it set by whichever nominal grouping variable you have. You just drag it to a split option, and that's all you need to worry about. And if you want to look at all of the data together without group, you just simply remove it again. And if you are interested in being able to look at them separately without having to go back and forth, you can always just open another descriptive statistics window, and then you can have it to where one is by group and one is all together, so that you can look back and forth instead of having to go back and forth yourself. But that is it for this tutorial on descriptives, graphing, table, and grouping. Stats are whack, but we've got your back. Have a good day.